How are you today? Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna try to be as brief as I can because my last video, it was a whopper. I was chatty, but I was trying to give you plenty of details as far as to what I'm working on with my ICAD. So I have my box here today, and I have chosen a card, this one. And I do have some pieces I wanna work on with it, but first I want to read the verse and give you my word for the day. So it's Philippians 3:12, and it says, "Not as though I have already attained, either we're already perfect." So here we see that Paul knows that whatever it is he's trying to attain, he hasn't attained it yet, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Christ Jesus. He's trying to attain something, obtain something. The word apprehend, I had to look that up just to make sure I could define it the right way, and it's lay hold on him. So he wants to lay hold of what Jesus has laid hold on him. He has a goal. That's the word that popped into my head. So I'm going to use the word goal today. I'm working with very few items. Of course, we always need a scissor. I have some Tooli art paint. I just used two colors that are in basically in the paper that I've chosen. I was creating some cards and some tags last night for my July book. It's not a mushroom themed book. It's sort of about nature. Anything related to nature. Whatever my heart puts into this journal. And I have leftover pieces. I have a Micron pen. You can use anything, any type of pen you want, any type of markers. If you don't have Tooli art, you can actually use markers. I have a tweezer, which I don't know if I'll be able to use because I still have not mastered this little baby. And pencil. I mean, let your heart create. Let your heart create. That's all I can say, because that's where this comes from. So what I'm going to do first is, and I would have liked to have added some distressing to each little piece. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but I will put some on the card, just a little bit. And as I'm gluing these pieces down, I just want to mention goal. We all have those. We all have goals. And I'm going to need a piece of paper so that I do not. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper. I don't want to get glue, or I'll use one of these index cards here that I'm not using right now, so that I don't get glue on my table. We all have goals. We all do our best to try and attain them. But here, Paul says in the beginning, if that I may apprehend. There's hope in everyone's heart. We all have that. We hope we're going to attain those things in life that we want to attain. So here he wants to apprehend. Apprehend what? What is that goal? His goal is his calling. His goal is Christ's goal for him. If you go back to chapter 9 in Acts, you'll see that it says that he's chosen as an instrument by God to minister the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he admits in this verse that he hasn't attained that yet. What he hasn't attained yet is the end of his race. So the Bible metaphorically explains it as a race, almost as a race. You run it. You set your eye on the goal. Your goal is to run it well. You set your eye on the prize, but you realize you haven't finished yet until you get to the end. So what is the end for him? What is it that he wants to attain? His crown of righteousness, perfect knowledge, perfect holiness, and all that will come eventually, will be as the word says, God, that the Lord has started a work in each of us that he will perfect. But he's running towards that goal. He's pursuing it with all I don't know how to pronounce, vehemence, that he may obtain full possession of that which he is trying to attain. Sounds like our lives and the things that we try to attain in life. Working hard for the things that we want. But here it's his calling, it's his heart. He has been commissioned for specific job, work, ministry, to preach, to minister to other lives. And I'm going to set this flower right here. I just sort of know where I was going with it, but I didn't put too much thought into it, so. His greatest aspiration was to obtain and attain what he was called to do. And none of this is perfect. None of us is perfect. And we're still trying to understand, obtain the knowledge that we need to perfect those things for which we have been called also. Look at that, how simple that is. You can leave it like that or add more. Sometimes less is better and sometimes more is even better. So I'm going to go with more. And I'm going to put this little tag right here. That's where I'm going to put my word. And I'll do that now. My word, goal, and then on the bottom I can put the verse, Philippians 3:12, and then I have two more butterflies I want to put on there. Green one will go, well, let me move this over just a tiny bit. Green one will go here. Oh, that is cute. Adding a little contrast using the different colors. Giving it dimension by adding a few more things. And this one I wanted to put on just below here. I don't want to cover the whole flower. Look at that. You can leave as is or you just continue. And what I want to do is I have a little cap here. And I didn't want to leave it as is. I wanted to add maybe a little bit of, I'm going to use a glue cap to make a little circle up here on the top and add just a little bit of this green paint. Might be a little brighter than I thought, but it's okay. Bright is okay. My in screen, I'm sorry if I'm off screen. Let that dry, and if I want, I can add another one, add some more paint on top. That's just because the little butterfly is green, and maybe I'll add just a tiny bit of pink right here. Not too much. There we go. Since I have so much on the bottom, add just a little bit more on the top so that my eye is not always, when I look at the card, although the verse is the important thing, so that when I look at the card, my eye is not always directly going towards the bottom. I'm getting a view of the whole card, and the colors are being brought in together. I can add more little circles if I want to, if you want to. And maybe a pink one down here, tiny one. Tiny pink one right there. Oh, almost the same size. Okay. Gonna have to let that dry so I can outline the circles. And then if you'd look, sometimes I like to add stuff on the side. Words, not stuff, words. Go, just like Paul. Set your eyes on the, I'm gonna have to wait until this dries so that I can put that last word right over that circle. Set your eyes on the prize. That's what he did. He set everything else behind him, and he set his eyes on the prize. Let me outline this one. And then what I'm going to do is see if I can add a few of these gem dots on there, which I always have a hard time picking them up, but let's see if I can do it. Did the glue come off? I think the glue came off. Okay, so what I'll do is, let me see if this is gonna work for me. Oh. Okay, let's see here, come on. With the glue, not without the glue. I'm gonna add a little gem dot right there on the butterfly. This one didn't have any glue on it. And maybe another one here. We can't see that last butterfly. Look at that card. Look how pretty that looks. Setting our eyes on the prize, the goal, our calling to serve. So that in the end, we reach what we're trying to attain, which is our crown of righteousness. And this is it for today, my lovelies. Number 7, ICAD number 7. Until next Wednesday for our next one. Next Wednesday for our next one. So don't forget, keep your eye on that goal. We're almost there. Have a good one. See you next time.